Okay, so the exercise I gave you earlier may have been a little, like a step or two ahead. So I'm gonna try and set things up a little bit better. Basically, now that you know how to play the F major scale across the neck, I want to get it so that you understand it a little bit more between the strings and going all the way up and down the neck. So to get things started off, we're going to remember that it's whole, whole, half, whole, whole. Excuse me, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. No matter where you start on the neck, if you stay on one string, pick a note, in this case F, and go through the whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And you get from one note F to the next note F, and you've just played the major scale. Okay? That's going all the way through one string. So now you can play the F major scale across the strings and down a string. Okay? But I want you to know how to go from one string to the other and continue playing. And this is the goal we're looking for. We're actually going to try and go all the way up the sixth string and end up on the fifth like this. Okay, I actually started on the sixth string, but ended up on the fifth string up on this note F. Okay, sounds tricky so far, but this is how it's going to work. When you're playing the F major scale, you're going to have the notes F, G, A, B flat, and C. Okay, you'd continue on to D, E, and F, but let's just stay on those notes right now. Okay, we're going to go F, G, A, B flat, C. And we'd start with F, G, open A on the fifth string, B flat, and C. Okay, it's just like we play across the string, across the strings. I want you to keep going on the fifth string. Okay, so you'd play F, G, A on the fifth string, B flat on the fifth string, C on the fifth string. The next note is D, so just move it up. The next note is E, a whole step, and then a half step to F. Okay, and that has you going up an octave from the sixth string to the fifth string F. Okay, that note right there, that F, is exactly the same as if we played the 13th fret octave on the sixth string. Okay, this note F is the same as this note 8th fret 5th string F. Okay, so the goal here is to go up and down the 6th string for the F major scale. Okay, now I'm including the open note E simply because it just sounds good, and we're going to include it. It's part of the scale, and it's easier to remember the scale, I think, if you lead to it. So you'll notice that we're going to go up an octave starting on the note E. You could actually take out the E if you wanted to, but I think it's kind of cool to leave it in there. So we're starting with the open note E, just to know where you are. F starts the root of the scale. Okay, that way you can get familiar with going on either side of the root itself. So it's E, F, G. And we're going to use your first finger all the way up. A, B flat, C, D, E, F, and then the next line is going back down. F, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, F, E, F. So when you finish that, it sounds kind of cool. So if we went up, back down, just gets that leading tone, E, F. And then you're going to play the exact same thing, except you're going to not just use the 6th string, we're going to use the 5th string too. So we start on E, F, G again. Okay. Now we're used to playing with these notes, so this is where it gets a little strange. Okay. I want you to play E, F, G. Go to the next string, A, B flat, C, and then you can go ahead and just use that finger and keep going up. D, E, F. Okay, here that is again. E, F, G on the 6th string. And then on the 5th string we're going to play A, B flat, C, and then we're going to use our 3rd finger just to keep moving up the neck. D, E, F. Now eventually, the parts we just play with our third finger, we're going to play with specific fingers like we do in other positions. But for right now, we're just looking at the notes a little bit and making it a little easier for ourselves. Here that is one more time. E, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. Okay. Then the last line, the fourth line of this exercise, we're going to come down. Okay, so we're going to start with that F that's on the fifth string. Okay, and we're just going to let our third finger play us down until we get to first position. Okay, so watch me. F, E, D, C. And just because now we're in a comfortable first position, we're going to play our B flat with our first finger, open A, and then finish it off on G, F, and then I wrote that you would finish E, F again. Okay, so coming down it would sound like this and look like this. Here it is again. Okay, I think that's pretty good. One thing you might want to do with this is once it starts to feel really good, go ahead and let a jam track on F major play and see what that sounds like. Same exact notes are going to be used for the D minor scale. We'll just get to that a little bit later. The idea being, what's a little funky about this is knowing where the F is. Okay, so when you get to F up here, you'll hear it, and eventually that's going to be something you're going to embellish. You're going to know you're on F, and you're going to treat that like the root. But right now, though, I'm trying to get you used to going up and down the neck, because so far we've stayed down here, or we've moved the information you know down here in a position and moved it up the neck and stayed there. But I'm going to have you going up the neck and knowing where you're at, especially when you're doing all your blues and stuff. Okay, I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, let me know. Go ahead and don't even worry about the other piece of music I forwarded to you earlier today. I think it's called F major, up and down the neck. It's an exercise, and we'll do it together, and it has you moving from position to position, a little bit more complicated than we did just now. So just stay with this and have fun doing it.